Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
In the Second Vatican Council, when our fathers, they stated that the Catholic Church, Rome especially, presides in love or in charity, it meant that Rome is supposed to guide in love the whole world. And Rome is the center of the Catholicism and the Catholic Church. So I'm appealing to my bishops, especially tomorrow. It will be a Holy Thursday when we remember the institution of priesthood. I'm appealing to the bishops, especially the chairman of the Catholic bishops, the Catholic bishop of Monze, the Catholic bishop of Lusaka, the Catholic bishop of Ndola Diocese, and any other Catholic bishops. I'm appealing to you. Please speak out. Give sanity to the country. What is happening in the country, it's not healthy for our nation. The whole churches in Zambia now, they are just looking at you, the Catholic Church. If you keep quiet, it will be like Pontius Pilate, who kept quiet in front of God, of Jesus Christ's response that he was the Son of God. And just by speaking that he was the Son of God, he was sentenced to death. Bashikofu wa Zambia, the bishops in Zambia, please speak to the government. Tell the government the truth. Defend.
So let's open the phone lines, 0973-078082. Today I'm doing an inaugural address even on TikTok. So I've had a bit of challenge. Let's look for my number. Call us on 0973-078082. The new cyber laws that President Hakainde Hichilema said to have passed. I think I've threatened our democracy. Just a minute, sorry, my phone is off. I'm just powering it up. Just give me a minute. Today, I have formally called President Hakainde Hichilema a dictator, as you heard in my opening remarks, because he seems to be following the playbook of all despots. All his activities, if you look at the history of despots, President Hakainde Hichilema appears to be following step by step. There's a movie on Netflix called How to Become a Tyrant, narrated by Peter Dinklage, profiling how dictators come into office. Most of them, other than when they don't usurp power, they come through a publicly acclaimed popular vote, and then they begin to fashion society to their own liking. They begin to crush opponents, outlaw opponents, jail opponents, take away opponents, stop criticism of whatever ways, and they gain control of all institutions of the state, whether it's parliament, whether it's the police, whether it's elections. They even go to elections, by the way. And they can go to elections as many times as possible. So they come with this benevolence and then just morph into these dictators. The laws that have been passed, the laws that we've just talked about, doesn't exclude my active thoughts on what President Hakainde Hichilema wishes Zambia could become, and that Zambia will become a dangerous place with these new laws. It is incumbent upon the church, upon civil society, upon all of us to demand that President Hakainde Hichilema outlaws these new laws that he has passed and that he has signed. They come, they seize power, they crush rivals, then they reign through terror. Then they control the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. So institutions like ZICTA, using the cyber laws, the police cyber centers, becomes primary law, not to tackle crime, not to tackle aggravated robbery, no, but to tackle dissenting voices of our people. That's what the state tends to against its own citizen. They rule without the law, and they're entitled to this strong sense of entitlement, where they think they are the best, they are the first, or that you are privileged to have them as leaders or president. And they love admiration. They love, these admirers and praise singers that will follow them and sing there and insult their critics. Then they live in delusion. That's why they call it the naked emperor syndrome, because they think they've achieved. And they'll keep on reminding you that they've achieved. They will keep on reminding you how successful they are, how better they are, even when a child can see that they failed. My fear is that the laws require up to 25 years, and up to life sentence if you are found guilty. Now, let's turn to our phone lines, and I'll encourage you to call now. The number is 0973 078082 on WhatsApp. Let's see who our first callers are. Today we are discussing cyber laws. In my view, these are designed to shut our right to freedom of speech, to express ourselves, to become who we are as a people. And the benevolent dictator will say, this is good for unity of our country, this is good for our development, where they take away your personal freedoms. You can call on that number.
Now the only mouthpiece that Zambians have is the social media. We want to shut it down. Stop it, please. We have known for a long time that you are dictators, you are autocrats, but you have now crossed the line. Leave, do away with this cyber security bill. There are enough laws to deal with criminals. Just enforce those laws fairly. This cannot be used as an excuse. Leave citizens to talk to each other. Don't gut them. Leave it. Please leave it. You want to find a Bible maybe after 12th of August. Let me remind Zambians that whatever you are going through, very soon, shall take up. The power is in your hands to end this. But for now, protect yourselves, protect your neighbor from this tax. Non-tax, masquerading as leaders in the name of PF. Small number. Not everybody in PF is happy about what is happening. So public, protect each other, protect your neighbor.
Hello, we seem to have our first caller. Hello? Hello? Please call. The number is 0973-078082. We are discussing the new cyber laws that were recently passed in Parliament, and we understand that the President has signed them into law. Call that number. Call that number. We are live. Let's hear your views and your contribution. You can go in up to 10 years, up to life imprisonment. And those are some of the laws that have been passed targeting at outlawing speech. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and kindly be brief.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my contribution is on the cyber law.
Yeah.
And the concern that, we see what the government is trying to do, but more to my disappointment is also the opposition. I think political parties and what they stand for. For example, we do have the opposition in parliament who are the PF. The whole essence of having opposition is that they should be able to stand for the people in the face of the current happenings. But we can't count on them because truly, if you provided that leadership in terms of how you are doing your nominations, you should have been able to have people that could be counted on to come to the defense of the people in light of what is going on. So the Bible does say, before you can look at removing a log in the eye of your friend, try to pluck it out of your own. So can the opposition also look into where they have been failing, that they can have a house that is so not united and are not inspiring hope? I rest my case.
Thank you, Brian. Brian's contribution. Thank you very much, Brian. And please call. Let's hear your views. Let's hear your views on this important matter. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello.
Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'm calling you from Mutati, Zambia.
Okay.
And I guess that I should go straight to the point.
Okay. Please proceed.
To have such laws in our country on such a day is as good as I can call it as a black day.
Speak louder, my brother. Speak louder.
The black cloud has covered the country of this republic. The program that we are doing first and foremost is a very good program that needs to be highly sensitized. We have my grandmother in Papula, my grandfather in Sangombo, in Southern Province, and the rest of the parts of the country that do not know that these laws have been passed. And there is a need that through the church and any other interested parties that they should join to see that people are well sensitized, people to make decisions. They should make decisions on the information that is fairly given to them, both in English, Bemba, and many other local languages. But no matter what happens, when the will of God, the people, first of all, the people have the power to make decisions, and I can tell you that the people of Zambia have already made a decision, and that decision is to succeed in 2026 general election. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Make your contribution. And we are discussing these new cyber laws that have been passed, and they call for up to life sentence, especially the anti-terrorism law. The cyber space will be restricted literally because of these new laws they brought to shut down speech in our country. Please call and make your contribution. Good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Yes, now we can get you loud and clear. Make your contribution.
I am Beji. I'm calling from Ndeke Township here in Ola, Copper Belt Province, Zambia. Mr. Mamba, you've run away from this country, just like Chufia Diary. In short, you are a fugitive and you have gone to set camp in a foreign country. You are there talking about
Yeah. Yeah, whatever kuntukana na network ya wakanina. Please call. Don't discuss me. Discuss the topic. That's the purpose of this discussion. We are discussing cyber laws that have been passed. You can download them. They are on Parliament website. See how harmful they are. They've been passed by our Parliament. But the other caller raised a very fundamental issue. He said, where were members of the opposition? My brother, members of the opposition are outnumbered. So the ruling party is using the arrogance of numbers. Unlike the constitution, the passing of any law just requires a simple majority. So it doesn't require 2/3 majority like Parliament. So that is the two different issues. So call, the numbers is there. Discuss the topic that we have brought here. Do not discuss Mr. Mwamba or where Mr. Mwamba is. The line is open. Please make your contribution. Let's hear your voice. The new laws that have been passed are literally threatening our democracy, our right to free speech, our right to freedom of conscience, our right to express ourselves. And you can go in for the cyber crimes up to 25 years, and for anti-terrorism law up to life imprisonment. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm very well, and how are you? Under the circumstances, I'm well.
Yeah, I can imagine. This is Mr. Weope calling from within Lusaka.
Please make your contributions, Mr. Weope.
I'm actually very shocked. I didn't actually even think that this government can even sign that law. Yeah, because it was not actually, when I was watching actually what happened before elections, where even the Honorable Mwetu actually emphasized that, the president is going to, once elected, is going to ease actually even when it comes to social media. People will be more free to interact and also talk about so many things. But now I'm shocked that they're the ones now who are actually made it more tougher. I don't understand. I think this is not the way. I think where we have reached in this generation, we are supposed to have given that space where people can criticize, especially constructively. People can actually even criticize the government, and even when we talk about certain promises that you promised, if they are not able to fulfill those promises, we as citizens we are supposed to talk, because at the end of the day, it's us who actually gave us that mandate. So it's not something that we are happy about, and I don't know how we can move forward, because it is now by law. The president has signed on that one. I don't know, but we are just disappointed, because we didn't actually realize that things would be like this. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. And continue speaking. And also there are sometimes when we are not able to get information, but we are able to get from you people outside. Sometimes it's also important. We just need to continue praying for the peace of the peace for this nation, and also for you people outside, so that at the end of the day, we'll find a amicable way of uniting again. Thank you so much, Wamamba.
Thank you.
Now the only mouthpiece that Zambians have is the social media. You want to shut it down. Stop it, please. We have known for a long time that you are dictators, you are autocrats, but you have now crossed the line. Leave, do away with this cyber security thing. There are enough laws to deal with criminals. Just enforce those laws fairly. This cannot be used as an excuse. Leave citizens to talk to each other. Don't cut them. Leave it. Please leave it. We want to find a Bible maybe after 12th of August. Let me remind Zambians that whatever you are going through, very soon, Shala, take up. Ivi bizasila bamene muona. The power is in your hands to end this. But for now, protect yourselves, protect your neighbor from this tax. Non-tax. Masquerading.
Let's take in more cause. The president has broken that promise once again. Everything he pledged, everything he fought for, everything he said were wrong are the things he's adopting and even weaponizing. Participate in your discussion as we will begin to wind up and call. Let's hear your voice on the matters of the new cyber laws that were enacted in Parliament last month and they've since now been passed into law. We're looking for the Gazette notice and let's scrutinize and as a country see what can be done. The caller. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Ambassador,
Good evening.
how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm okay. My name is Mutati Chama, calling from Zambia.
Thank you. Make your contribution.
Yes, I just wanted to encourage you, sir, over this wonderful program which you wanted to, you inform us as Zambian and how far we have reached under this regime. Sometimes you may, I'm sure the ongoing this program, you find that it's difficult for the Zambian people to contribute because of the same cyber law which the president has signed. And it's very disappointing, like what other caller said. It's very disappointing because this regime, the UPND, the most champion over this cyber law, the time the PF regime wanted to introduce this law. But alas, it's come now to in our attention that this government, they have come and implement and forcibly implement this law. It's very disappointing and I don't know what we can say. So you will see in the near future that people, they will not contribute. It's not mean that they don't love the program. They really love it, but they are afraid of contribution. So I just wanted to encourage you that may you just continue speaking without fear, because we are now depending on you people who are outside Zambia. And those Europeans who wanted to castigate you, never mind them. That's their time, and the time for them to cry, also they will come. I thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The faith, defend the truth. By Bishop Pili, by Bishop Banda, by Bishop Chama. Defend the truth.
Make the call. You can call. Okay. Hello, good evening. Please make your contribution. Your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
My name is Joseph. I'm calling you from Washington, Cosmopolis.
Oh, okay. Waneba Murishani. And please, Joseph, make your contribution.
Thank you so much. It's a sad time for Zambia, unfortunately. This is it. The aim basically is to completely kill democracy, because democracy can only thrive where people are able to express themselves. In this case, it will be very difficult even to say a thing, because you will not even understand what it is that will actually qualify it to be, hate speech or anything. But anything that is spoken, which is not in line with with the ideals will be actually qualified to be that. And unfortunately, we are done. I can say that we are done. It's so unfortunate because any form of development that is to take place in a nation, especially the nation that ascribes to democracy, should be one where people are free to express themselves, to put out ideas, to call a spade, and make sure that things are done the way they're supposed to be done. It's unfortunate that this has been put in place now, knowing for sure that we have elections that are coming next year. So the church will be targeted, those that are vocal, the opposition. So it's a very bad law, and we should just cry. It's very, very unfortunate for our country. Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Someone from Washington here in the U.S. Makes that contribution. Please make your calls as we begin to wind up. Make your calls as we begin to wind up.
It is very sad that in our country, Nigeria, successive governments make us miss the previous ones. During the last administration, Nigerians thought we had seen the worst possible. Now we are beginning to feel that the worst, what we thought was the worst, was even very good. Every year, suffering and hardship increase. It is difficult now to know what else to tell Nigerians. Many people are being driven to crime and violence. As Christians, as God's children, we are invited through prayer and sacrifice to discipline ourselves. 1, don't give up. 2, don't, because things are hard, become a problem for others. No matter what you choose to do as your Lenten sacrifice this year, make sure at least that you will never deliberately cause another person more pain or hardship.
Thank you very much. Let's wind up the debate. I think we started a bit later. I apologize that we started about 10, 15 minutes late. We'll be more accurate next time. These were matters beyond my control. Today I was broadcasting live on TikTok as well. So there was some configuration that needed to be done, and I couldn't do it in time. So I apologize that we started very late. What should we do when you clearly see someone establishing themselves as a tyrant, someone establishing themselves as a dictator? What do you do as a people? Do you allow your country to be stolen? Do you allow them to live as long as they want, at a seat of power? When they begin to disobey the very laws that allowed them to come in, the very admiration you had for them, the very admiration you thought they would make good leaders, when they begin to take that away, what do you do as a people? First, number one is to vote them out. Now, how do you vote them out is they will try to manipulate. They will control the judiciary and they will control the Electoral Commission of Zambia. So yes, can you vote them out if they still can proceed and ignore the will of the people? So first, number one is to vote them out. But what if you fear that you can't vote them out? You go to number two, which is to organize protests, demonstration, industrial strikes. These are all provided for in the Constitution. You're not doing anything illegal. If you see that a dictator is establishing themselves, they want to outlaw the Constitution, they want to change the law, they want to fashion the law to suit themselves, that they can prolong their stay. Despite the looting they are doing, despite the thieving and stealing of our resources they are doing, what do you do? Number one is to vote them out. Number two, protests, picketing, demonstrations, rallies, all these are provided for in the law. You're not doing anything outside the law. Number three, what is called civil disobedience, where you begin to conduct public protests, maybe on one day of the week, we begin to wear one color, maybe white or black or whatever color we choose, to protest against this government, and you ensure that this message reaches all out there. You begin to build international pressure. We need to know, the IMF needs to know what this man they are giving money is doing. The United States needs to know the person they are supporting and giving money to. They need to know, the UK government, Chinese government, everyone that gives him money to sustain him and his state in the manner that he's fashioning it. You begin to build pressure, because these organizations give their resources. These are resources from their taxpayers. Their taxpayers sacrifice these monies to help African countries for them to be better, not to establish a hegemony of dictatorship. No. So we need to engage in international pressure and diplomatic measures against him. Then we have to be very keen in constantly exposing the human rights abuses that are occurring, the abductions, the arrests, the oppressive laws that they are putting in, the failure to allow our parliament to speak freely, and the abuse of the judiciary, by people that could have been appointed in the Supreme Court or Constitutional Court by the President. In some cases, you begin to isolate them. Number 5, the opposition. The opposition, you have to come together, recognize the evil you are dealing with, that you are dealing with an evil that should be rooted out. They're like a toothache in the well-being of our country. Yes, the tooth might say it has a right to exist in your mouth, but it paralyzes your entire mouth and your entire body. This is what President Hakainde Hichilema has come. So the opposition has now a national duty. It's not about themselves or who can win. It's about coming together, establishing the best mechanism to secure that vote, ensure that when a vote takes place, that it takes place. That when Gilbert Liswaniso and his deputy unleash youths as tools of violence to take over those polling stations, that doesn't happen. You have to protect the vote. You have to protect the will of the people. You cannot allow the people to vote. Then it's just disrupted by Gilbert Liswaniso and Trevor Mwinde. How do you allow that? You have to support that. When citizens rise to support you, you protect their vote. So begin to put up mechanisms that will protect this vote, whether it will be in Shangombo, whether it will be in Mpulungu, whether it will be in Lundazi, whether it will be in Zambezi. Ensure that the will of the people is what carries the day that day. Let's end with our usual affirmation for our country. The national anthem tells us that we should stand and sing of a Zambia that is proud and that is free. Is Zambia standing proud? Is Zambia standing free? A country ruled by instilling fear is not a land of the free. It is not a country that is safe. It is not a country that is secure for you and me and our families and our communities. What country did our forefathers and foremothers dream of? I want a country that Harry Mwangankumbula dreamt. I want a country that Kenneth David Kaunda prayed for. I want a country that Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe and others, those freedom fighters, wished for. A country that Zambians fought for in 1912, 1935, 1948, 1953, 1968, 73, 1991, 2011, 2021. Those epochs, what were Zambians fighting for? That is a country that we should have. A country that our faith leaders stand united in prayer for. You have seen them stand to pray for the peace of our country, to pray for our well-being of our country, to pray for development of our country, to pray for a leadership that is sober, that is sane, that is not selfish, that allows our people to be in the front and delivers development. We wish that a country where it is desired that it's possible for you to be prosperous. Even if you were born in the village, you were born in a compound, you were born in a township, you were born in a city, you were born in some uncharacteristic place, we should have a country where you can succeed. The past should not matter. where you are going should matter. To this effect, we should have an economy that gives opportunities to the educated, less educated, the skilled and the unskilled. We should have an education system that gives knowledge, that empowers you, that gives life and survival skills. You cannot have someone who's gone to school 16 years, 20 years, and can't find a job, can't survive without a job. That's not an education we wish for. We want an economy which is in the hands of Zambians, entrepreneurs, Zambian businesses should control our mines. They should control our agriculture sector. Your participation in the economy should be yours fully. We'll invite investors. We should invite multinationals, but they should be secondary. The primary ones should be Zambians and interest for Zambians. We should have a country that rewards hard work. If you work hard, it should pay. And it doesn't matter where you are from. You should not be limited for where you are going. The opportunities should be given to you. We need where housing is decent, proper housing is decent. We need a place where our people can have decent jobs, can earn a living, and can have a living wage. So God bless our country, God bless our people, and God save whoever is messing with Zambia. We leave you with love. We leave you with hope until I see you next time. God bless you.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.